What's up, Dorkhaven fans? This is Dave, aka Blazingwing, and this is episode 3 of Game Clear, where we play through all of your favorite games and the games you didn't even know you loved. Today, we're playing through the original Game Boy classic, Kirby's Dream Land, which launched in 1992. Is it black and white? Well, if you had the original Game Boy at that point, it was more black and green. But, you know, eventually, when the Game Boy Pocket came out, it was black and white. See, I actually, fun fact, never owned one of the original brick, green and black Game Boys. The first Game Boy I actually ever... I was a Game Gear kid, by the way. So, yes, I suffered a bit when I was younger. But, I'll get back to that in a moment. The first Game Boy I ever owned was actually the Game Boy Pocket, which displayed black and white graphics, and came out, gosh, I want to say 98? I think it was right around the time Pokemon came out in America, because that's when I ended up, get back here, that's when I ended up getting the Game Boy Pocket for my birthday, was when Pokemon came out, because I wanted it. And it ended up, right at the perfect time, because my birthday was, right after Pokemon came out. So, by the way, I was a Pokemon Red kid. I actually did not get to pick the original Pokemon I got, but my mom thought it looked cooler because it had a dragon on it. Which, of course, Charizard. So, I was always the Pokemon Red kid. I did eventually get all of them because I have a problem. My fiance would attest to that. Even now, I still have to, Sword and Shield came out, I bought Sword, my fiance got Shield, and then maybe a month or two after the games came out, I bought my own copy of Shield. I don't know why I have to have a copy of both versions of Pokemon, especially when I live with somebody who has the other copy. Anyways, I'm spending a lot of time talking about Pokemon. We're already on the first boss of Kirby here. This is not a particularly long game, but it is a pretty fun one. Now, there is... jerk. There duck under those. So, obviously, here I have to suck up the apples and then spit them back at Whispy Woods here. The original Kirby game, as far as the platformer Kirby games go, to the best of my knowledge, is the only one that did not have any of the famous copy abilities that Kirby was known for. The first game to actually feature those was Kirby's Adventure for the NES, which was actually the second Kirby game ever released. I want to say, I think it was a year after this one came out. It was pretty much... It was well past the end of... Well, I mean, I was going to say it was well past the end of the NES's lifespan. The truth is... Majora's Mask chasing me here. There we go. Took care of him. As I was saying, it's hard to say that it was past the end of the NES's lifespan, because there were still games coming out for it. Kirby's Adventure was one of them. I think Whispy Woods came out a year or two after that even. I think that was the last game for NES that was released. But, you always sort of, I think, it feels like when the new system comes out, Super Nintendo came out, 1990, 91? When the new system comes out, sorry, I got a little distracted there. I wasn't sure what the thing at the top was. Oh, curry. Okay, cool. So it's like in Smash Brothers. Yeah, I got this. I almost got all of them. It's like I knew the fire extinguisher thing, which I still don't actually know what that thing is. I know it gives you health, but it looks like a fire extinguisher, so that's always what I assumed it was. But yeah, this is kind of nice. Can I just have this for the whole... Oh, it's gone. I was going to say, can I just have this for the whole game? But then it died. Alright, I don't remember which door I'm supposed to go through. Actually, I think that was the one. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, anyways, so... Alright, let me fight these guys. It is hard to play and talk at the same time, you guys. As I was saying, one more time, let's try this from the top. When a new system comes out, it sort of feels... Oh, that was lucky. It sort of feels like that's the end of the previous system's lifespan, when usually games still come out for it for a few years. But, like, when the Nintendo Switch came out, and then 3DS games came out after it, like, Metroid Samus Returns, everybody just was like, why isn't this on Switch instead? We want to play this on Nintendo Switch. Nobody was sad that games were releasing on Switch instead of the Wii U, because, only 14 people actually own the Wii U, and I'm one of them. And even I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather play it on the Switch. Alright, we are already on level 3 here. We are booking it here. Like I started saying before, it's not a terribly long game. There is a longer version. Well, no, I take it back. It's not a longer version of the game. It's a little harder version of the game. When you beat the game, you can play I think it's just the extra game, which is, I think it's just like more enemies and whatnot. You might take more damage. I don't actually remember that. But I'm just doing the basic playthrough here. So it's not going to be a terribly long video this week. But this was one of my favorite games growing up. Actually, even though I did not own a Game Boy until the late 90s, my aunt did, and this was one of the games that she owned that I would always play whenever I was visiting her house. So it was, because basically anytime I went over there, it was, oh yay, I can play the Game Boy. Because I didn't have one, and I was obsessed with video games. I'm sorry, did I say was? My fiance's rolling her eyes at the moment. But yeah, she actually, there are a bunch of games she had that are kind of, I think she just bought, whatever games were, the launch library, because she had, Revenge of the Gator, which is a pinball game, which is actually on the 3DS eShop, speaking of the 3DS, because I own it. I bought it as soon as I saw it was on there. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'll play that again, because that's nostalgia right there. She had Kirby's Adventure, she had the Castlevania Adventure, which is actually available on the Switch via the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. It's not a particularly great... Oh, hang on. Alright, let me see if I can grab that. Ah, you jerk. Oh, jeez, I only have 1 health left. Alright. Was maybe worth it to get the curry? I guess we'll find out. Don't die. I'm trying to do a deathless run. Let's see if I can pull it off, because right now I ain't looking so hot. Oh, please have health. Oh, good. There's some health. My little fire extinguisher. And a 1-up, which hopefully I will not need. Alright, that should be enough health, I think, to get me through the level. Now I lost my train of thought for real. Oh yeah, so, my aunt, the Castlevania Adventure, is available on the Nintendo Switch as part of the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is a great collection. I bought pretty much the day it came out. I'm not particularly good at Castlevania games, but I still have nostalgia for them. It's kind of like Mega Man. I have never actually beaten a Mega Man game before. I may try to do it at some point for the channel. Actually, I feel like that would be a really good... Oh, hey, boss time. Alright. Oh, and I have 2 health. Alright. Oh, jeez. Alright. Ah! Oh, that was close. Alright. Give me a second. I need to focus here. Alright. Oh, jeez. Ah! Dude... Either I'm hacking, or this dude just has some seriously bad luck, because he has almost hit me 8 times. Hooray! I did it. Go me. Alright. Now I can exhale. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. So, yeah, Mega Man. I'm not great at Mega Man games. I didn't play them when they were originally out, so I didn't have, that nostalgia of, like I did with the Castlevania Adventure, of, going back and playing through, or, just playing it over and over and over until you beat it. So, when I did get a chance to play them when I was younger, it'd just be like, yeah, this is really hard, I'm just gonna go play something else. Oh, ah! Things are evil. And they're not even the ones that look like actual demons. Look at that. Alright. Let's make my way through here. That's not terrible. I got little lemon ice cream demon things flying up from the ground. I don't know what the heck those are. Got some Sir Cutters. Or is that Sir Kibble? Crap, I don't remember. No, I think it's Sir Kibble. and Cutter is his ability. Yeah, anyways, so I've played through a lot of the Kirby games. My buddy Ryan and I, when I was younger, he had Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo. And we actually co-op, like, just over the span of like a month or so, just played through the entire game and beat it. Like, we got every treasure. Oh, hi. Okay, I didn't even think that was a thing. I just pressed up out of habit. I honestly can say I did not know that was there, but oh, yay, full health. Yeah, I'm very glad I found it. That's some more ice cream lemon demons. Ah! Oh, it ran out already. That's fine. Oh no, look out. Ah, you jerk. Alright. Get this guy down here. One more. There we go. Alright, now I have to fight the harder version of him to actually beat the level, but this one had like a mini boss, which became a thing in a lot of the later Kirby games. Like, even starting with Adventure, a lot of the levels ended up having like mid bosses in them, which you would get kind of maybe not overpowered abilities for where you were, but you would definitely get abilities that you didn't like. You know, the hammer guy was always a strong ability. I did see that tomato, by the way, but I'm full health. I don't need it. Yay, more curry. Yeah, anyways, you know, the beetle guy, these all have names. I don't remember that. I barely remember Sir Kibble and, like, Waddle Dee and all of them. I actually have a Waddle Dee amiibo. He's always been one of my favorites. He's just so doofy. But, yeah, as I was saying, my buddy and I jerk. My buddy and I played through Kirby Superstar. We got all the treasures. Actually had a lot of fun playing that one, like, the quick draw game. And Megaton Punch. I might see about trying to play through that one and clearing that for the channel at some point. I feel like that could be a really fun game. One I'd actually really like to do, and I might need to use an emulator to do it, because I'm not paying hundreds of dollars to get a modded 3DS just so I can have HDMI output or whatever. I would love to play through the 3DS Kirby games for the channel, especially Planet Robobot, because Planet Robobot was really cool. I loved, like, the mech suit and everything. Actually, Star Allies was pretty good too. I'll have to put that on the list. Do a little happy dance. And I think that's gonna be... Yep, we're on the final stage already. This song is a legit banger, by the way, and I will not hear otherwise. And there's Dedede himself. And now I get to do the Mega Man style boss rush. AKA... they had to pad out the game a little because it was a little short even for that. Oh, so, my aunt, by the way. Oh, shoot, do I have to kill everybody? Let me try to... Oh, no, I think I have to... No, not to... Oh, okay, I just have to touch him. I forgot I had to do something with the Kirby. I thought maybe I had to eat him, but... Alright, now we're at Whispy Woods again. As far as I can remember, it's basically the same battle. Maybe a little faster, but otherwise it's the exact same fight. I really don't even need to duck. That's not going to hit me. I like hitting in between the eyes with the apples. I feel like it sends a statement. Anyways, as I was saying with my aunt... one of the Game Boy games she had was called Super Hunchback, which I don't know many people who are familiar with it. And, like, you can go Google it, or rather YouTube. I mean, you're on YouTube. You might as well just look it up on YouTube. I know it exists because I've looked it up to show my fiance videos of it. It is I mean, it does exactly what it says on the tin. You play like a Quasimodo-esque character, you ring bells, and it's basically just a early 90s platformer. But I remember having a lot of fun with it as a kid, and if it was not for those trips and my aunt buying whatever random-ass games were in the bargain bin at wherever the hell she shopped, I would not even know that game exists. I feel like there are probably a lot of games, especially for systems like the Game Boy, that, you know, had a lot of, like, hidden gems like that. Another one I remember playing, probably a little racist by today's standards. It was a different time, but, Mr. Chin's Gourmet Paradise. I know the character on the label, I remember being I'm assuming a fairly offensive Asian stereotype at this point in time. Well, I mean, okay, it was probably racist back then, too, but people didn't care. At least not as much as they should have. But, you know, ignoring that, the game itself was pretty fun. It was sort of like maybe like a Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle-esque. You know, you had to, like, there were, like, evil foods or dumplings or something, and in my defense, I have not played this game in, like, 30 years, so. Oh, there's me. Look at that, I decided to just do them in order. I'm already on the, this dude has a name, and I'm blanking on it. Krakow or something? That's Crack-O, by the way, not Crack-O. That's a completely different game. Crack-Ho actually shows up in the sequel. No, yeah, basically, you know, take a look into the game live. I think it's kind of like indie games now. You know, if you're for the longest time, I fully admit I was a snob when it came to indie games. Oh, dang it. I almost got through that without taking a hit. Alright, no worries. Alright, let's head up and fight Dedede. Alright, he has all the health. So yeah, basically, suck up the star, there we go. Yeah, also here I thought, oh yeah, indie games. So, sorry, I'm trying to fight and talk at the same time. So, you know, for the longest time, I kind of just not avoided, but I sort of just ignored indie games. Because it was like, well, you know, if it was so good, it would be made by, you know, Nintendo or Sony or Naughty Dog or, you know, one of these, you know, developers, you know, I've heard of, quote unquote, but man, there are some really good-ass indie games out there. Like, in recent years, oh, shoot. Yeah, I kind of got stuck there. In recent years, I've given a lot of games a shot that I would not have played 5 years ago, and I've had a lot of fun with them. There are a lot of Pokemon clones that are made by indie developers that are a lot of fun. Koromon is one that is coming out. I screwed that up. That you can actually play the beta on mobile at the moment, and it's really cool. Alright, one more here. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh, I cannot, I've not died yet. I cannot die. This is the last battle. Oh man, it's whoever gets down to this last hit. Alright, let me focus for a moment. Alright, come on. Aha, there we go. Awesome. I got a little dicey there towards the end. I might have gotten a little sloppy. I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. It happens. Any hoozle. Nexomon is the other one that's actually available on Switch right now. Koromon is coming to Switch, I want to say next year, and definitely look out for it if you like Pokemon games. But Koromon is one, if you can get over its aesthetic being more of like a flashy mobile type game sort of style, it's actually pretty fun. Yep, chief designer Masahiro Sakurai, obviously the father, the godfather, if you will, of Super Smash Brothers. Gotta love him. This is one of his earlier games, so yeah, and that's why Kirby is so prominent in Smash Brothers. You because he is Masahiro Sakurai's baby. Ah, yes, special thanks to Bubby. And Cypher. I don't know who any of these people are. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know who any of them are, but I certainly don't know who Bubby and Cypher are. I'm assuming they know who they are, and that's all that matters. I like they thank so many players, but not all players. It's like, well, we're going to thank the players, but not necessarily everybody. Only some of them. Yeah, I mean, we look at the clock here, it's like, what, just a little over 20 minutes, I think? Like I said, this is not a long game. But I have a lot of nostalgia for playing it as a kid, so, you know, I dig it. Not every game needs to be 12 hours long or 25 hours long. Oh yeah, and here's the extra game, so... I did consider playing through the second, harder version of the game as well, but, you know, maybe I'll save that for a future playthrough or something I'll do for fun. Otherwise, it's basically just the exact same game twice, just with slightly harder, creatures and stuff. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. Yeah, thanks for watching. I always appreciate it. And, for Dorkhaven, this is Dave, aka Blazing Wing, as I will catch you guys next time. Game on.